let's wait for Shivam Ganesia to join.
Shivam is here. Shivam is here, sir.
Sir,
And
I'm
we
here.
also have with us
Sir, I'm here.
my colleague,
Hey.
Dr. Rajendra Pratyar.
Hello, how do you do, Dr. Rajendra?
Yeah, hello, sir. Very good
How
afternoon.
do you do? So we need to see Shivam before we can start. Oh, there is Shivam Ganesia. Okay. Hello,
Sir,
Shivam.
I'm
How do you
here.
do? Okay.
Sir, I'm
All right.
good.
So I'm joined here by 5 young officer
So,
trainees
sir-
of this batch. So let's start the conversation. Start,
So,
Bhagat, now,
sir,
please.
can we start? Oh,
Please
good morning,
go
sir.
ahead. Hello.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, my name is Pari Bishnoi, and I'm also from Delhi University, actually. I've done my graduation from IP College, Indraprasth College for Women, from Political Science Honors. And I'm here, I got ranked 30 this year and joined the Indian Administrative Services.
That's nice. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. This is Ashish Agrawal. I'm from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. My graduation is in mechanical engineering from IIT Kanpur. And I've also worked in Japan as a design engineer for 3 years.
Wow.
So now I'm.
Wow, sir.
Straight from Mount Sinai to here.
This is Dheeraj Singh, and I am from the Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. And by profession, I am a doctor and MBBS and MD radiology. And I have done it from the Banaras Hindu University.
Excellent.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Navneet Sehara, and I have done my BTech from IIT Bombay. And right now, we all are in Indian Administrative Service. We are looking forward to this discussion right now.
Hi.
Thank you, Brasidan. I have done my BTech from IP University, and then while preparation for UPSC, I have done post-graduation in anthropology, and I'm also from Delhi.
Okay.
So, this is the group of the Society for Social Services. So I thought that, they should engage with the younger, with those who are trying to compete for the examinations, because they'll be able to connect better. So this is the background here. So over to you, Shivam.
So, sir, can we start our orientation ceremony, inauguration ceremony right now?
Go ahead, start it.
Okay. So all the power in the universe are already ours. It is we who had put our hand before our eyes and cry that it is dark outside. Reach high for the star that lie hidden in your soul. Dream deep, for every dream lead to a goal. A very warm welcome to all the esteemed guests and attendees for their presence in the August gathering to witness the inaugural ceremony of Exodium, the Civil Service Cell of Shri Venkateswara College. Dr. Sanjeev Chopra has kindly consented to be our chief guest for evening. Welcome, sir. We are privileged to have you with us. You are a role model for all of us. We are also honored to have among us Dr. Vartika Mathur, our dynamic convener. On the behalf of Team Exodium and Shri Venkateswara College, we welcome you all to official inaugural ceremony of Exodium. Exodium has been through a roller coaster ride from past 9 months. It has been very thrilling journey to begin from the scratch to where we are right now. I think it would not be possible for us to be here without the support of college students and university. I would also like to share how this initiative come into existence. We have always feel a need of proper guidance for entrance examination. This need gave rise to an idea which result into the cell. At first, it was difficult to connect with the student as nobody believed that it would be a successful. But gradually, aspirants start joining us, and the small group turned into a very big society. Exodium mean what the Exodium word mean. Basically, Exodium mean to initiate something or to start or of a orator or a poem. As the cell was to start a new approach to idea to how to connect with student and how to give a proper guidance to all the students who are preparing for the same. We need a group of aspirants where we all post NCRT video lecture, newspaper analysis, current affair quizzes, and many more on a regular basis. What we did is easily explained by Dr. Albert Einstein. I never teach my people. I only provide the condition in which they can learn. We also came up with an idea of Inspirigence. What basically Inspirigence is, and Inspirigence was our first series in this Corona lockdown. We interviewed various bureaucrats and we got overwhelming response, which was totally unexpected. मतलब उम्मीद से बढ़कर सपोर्ट मिला हमें. हमने काफी कुछ करा, but what I learned in this period, it was that we cannot do anything we cannot do anything alone. We need a team which should be equally responsible, always there with us, because we human are social animals. I am quite confused to call my team as my team or as a family. It is hard to decide. I feel that it is very special that जहाँ lockdown में लोग दोस्तों को खो रहे थे, I got a family here. A family which is always ready to help each another. And basically what is different from others is कि यहाँ पे लोग एक दूसरे के हिस्से का काम भी करना चाह रहे थे, because what they feel is कि यार अगला इंसान किस mental condition से जा रहा है, and that's why they always try to do other work also. So we got this family. I remember the working days when I had meeting with my family, means with this group Exodium. We always have a serious conversation. After that, we have all gossip with each other. And now I would like to share an experience through a video. So Shesh, can you please play that video?
Please reshare the video with computer audio.
Shesh, I think कुछ issue आ रहा है.
Yeah. Please reshare the video with computer audio.
Ritika?
Okay, the audio is still coming.
No, while you are sharing the video, there is
Yes,
a,
sir, got it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll just play it again.
I learned that leading a study group isn't just about sharing knowledge about various exams, but also shaping one's personality. By dealing and acknowledging problems, by preaching punctuality, boosting the morale, and meetings packed with brainstorming sessions.
It is very enthralling to be a part of the social media team. It made me a better planner, and I've also realized that the work never sounds like a burden if we take it as a part of our learning process.
Exodium has been curating amazing weekly tests that are very holistic in nature and have actually helped us a lot in analyzing our preparation for the competitive exams.
Reading and researching have always been my things, but Exodium helped me develop a habit to constantly think, analyze, and relate to what I read. Sometimes all you need is a push to set your thoughts in motion. Exodium was that push to my thoughts.
Exodium gave me a spiffing opportunity of interviewing IAS Prashant Nair. It was an exuberant session which just did not help the aspirants, but the volunteers as well. To sum up my experience,
Hello. Shesh,
Exodium is a bonanza for all.
Hi guys, Exodium is a society that provides you proper guidance how to crack a civil service exam such as UPSC and SSC. Not just that, they provide the right guidance for it, because we all know to crack these exams we need a proper guidance, not just coaching, a smart way. And Exodium is all about that.
I have been a member of Exodium since past 10 months now. It has helped me in brushing up my graphic designing skills and enhanced my personality by making me a meticulous planner.
Preparing for civil services is an extremely stressful affair, but in Exodium, all fellow aspirants help each other learn and grow. Exodium has immense potential and
of open team of Exodium. So basically मुझे डॉक्यूमेंट टीम में आकर के बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्प हुई है. मुझे कहाँ से प्रिपरेशन अपनी स्टार्ट करनी है, कहाँ से क्या कंटेंट चाहिए, मुझे इस सब की काफ़ी और एक टीम वर्क कैपेबिलिटी भी मेरी बड़ी है.
So thank you so much, Exodium.
One thing that I've learned from it is that it is really important for us in one book set and not to change it every day. It is better to read one book 10 times rather than reading 10 different books only once. And also to keep up with the routine that we have fixed for ourselves. That will help.
I was fortunate enough to interview Colonel Satyendra Verma for our Inspiragens Volume 2 live series, Peace and Motivation.
I have been the part of Exodium since the beginning of it. Exodium has placed me with a group of people who are equally motivated to achieve their goals, but at the same time, it maintains that we are here to learn collectively.
Exodium has taught me the value of social media in transmitting neutral and quality information. Just like Inspirations, where we talk to eminent personalities about their life journey and learn a lot from them.
Exodium is touching heights with unexpected speed, and with all the skills and experience, it will become one of the best society among these.
Public Relations Department, Exodium, provided me a platform to share my thoughts, beliefs, and concerns. Diplomats of our nation and various channels of the cell helped me to embrace the diplomatic behavior and enhance my communication skills.
आपने एक्सपीरियंस देख लिया होगा बच्चों का सबने। देखो इसमें आई नो कि काफी लोगों के चेहरे पे स्माइल नहीं है, मतलब काफी होता है ना, कंफ्यूज इमोशन है उसमें गलती उनकी नहीं है। इट वॉज नॉट देयर फॉल्ट बिकॉज एक ओवर एक्साइटमेंट है संजीव सर को सुनने का, एंड क्योंकि वो हमारे एक तरीके से मोरल है, इतना कुछ उन्होंने करा, मतलब होता है ना कि एक इंसान इतना कुछ करके बैठा है कि मतलब बोलने के लिए वर्ड्स ही नहीं हमारे पास। सो फॉर दैट रीजन जब हम लोग बना रहे थे इस वीडियो को एंड जब सर ने हाँ कर दिया तो हम इतने ज्यादा एक्साइटेड हो चुके थे कि हम वेट ही नहीं कर पा रहे थे, मतलब हम हमारे काम वाइंड अप कर पा रहे थे, नहीं कर पा रहे थे, बट फिर भी हम चाह रहे थे कि यार डेट जल्दी आए क्योंकि संजीव सर को सुनना है। तो इसलिए मैं सोचता हूँ कि मेरे को जो लगता है कि इसमें इनमें से किसी की भी गलती नहीं है अगर थोड़े कंफ्यूज इमोशन दिखे हो तो, बिकॉज वो ओवर एक्साइटमेंट है जो चेहरे पे कुछ ज्यादा ही झलक रहा है, इतने कंफ्यूज इमोशन फेस पे ला रहा है कि किसी का फॉल्ट नहीं है। एंड लास्ट लाइन जो मैं बोलना चाहूंगा, एज यू नो हेनरी फोर्ड द ओनर ऑफ फोर्ड इंडस्ट्री से anyone who stop learning is old, anyone who stop learning is old, whether at the age of 20 or whether at the age of 80. Anyone who keeps learning stay young and strong. The great thing in the life is to stay young instead of getting old, and that's why that is in our hand by learning or not. So that's all for my side, from my side. So I would like to welcome Miss Vartika Mathur, our convener, to say some words in behalf, from behalf of college. Ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was an amazing video, very inspiring, by the way. And good evening, Mr. Chopra and your dynamic team, my respected colleagues who are also part of our inauguration today, and my dear students. At the outset, please accept my apologies on behalf of Venkat sir, our acting principal, because he had to step out of office for an urgent work, so he cannot be here. So, but then show must go on. Mr. Chopra, it's an absolute honor to have you with us in the inauguration of the first academic year of Exodium, Civil Service Cells of Sri Venkateshwara College. And frankly, I have never tried to study for civil services, and I was a little apprehensive when Shivam approached me for convenership. But looking at these students' dynamism and how enthusiastically they've been working all through the COVID, so it really inspired me, and I thought, okay, maybe I'll also learn something from this, and by all the words that I'm going to listen to from all the experts here. Sir, Exodium was actually founded by this team of very enthusiastic students, Shivam and Jay, Ritika, Shreyas, many students together in March 2020, right before the COVID lockdown. And this was actually formed to guide and counsel undergraduate students who are preparing for civil services. But even this unfortunate scenario of lockdown did not dampen their spirit. And instead, this dynamic team found ways to connect with students while coping with their own studies. The college was regularly going on, and still these people, these students beautifully managed both the things together. And Instagram handle based on important themes such as oil crisis, fundamental rights, POXO Act. Moreover, an online live Instagram series, as Shivam already mentioned, Inspirations was organized from 11th to 21 June 2020, consisting of sessions by various bureaucrats and IAS toppers who gave tips and tricks for cracking civil services. So besides, students were also engaged in newspaper analysis for keeping abreast with the current affairs. So also they've formed small study groups and to teach them soft skills such as time management, teamwork, decisiveness, personality development. And all of these qualities are being fostered by Exordium for these students. So when our students become successful, it's the institution that grows with them. And with our society, we want to see more and more of our students reaching that pinnacle in their careers. So I encourage all the students who are preparing for civil services or who are even considering that as an option for later to join us and be an icon like Mr. Chopra. So thank you very much. Shivam, over to you.
Rajdeep. So now Rajdeep will come and he will give a small introduction about Sanjeev sir. So I will invite Rajdeep. Can you please continue?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rajdeep. It is a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our chief guest this evening, Mr. Sanjeev Chopra. Starting his career as an intern journalist to an IAS officer of 1985 batch, he is truly an inspiration for all of us. He was born in Kapurthala district of Punjab, and prior to his career, he also served as Additional Chief Secretary and Agricultural Production Commissioner of West Bengal. He is currently the director of Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, Mussoorie. Labasna shoulders the crucial responsibility to train the civil servants of the country. Apart from serving in various administrative domains, he is also the principal patron to a key literacy festival, the Valley of Words, which is celebrated in Dehradun every single year. As the motto of Labasna suggests, Sheelam Param Bhushadam, which means character is the prime virtue, and it is truly reflected in our guest speaker. I welcome you, sir, on the behalf of the whole Exordium team, and I request you to please enlighten us with your kind words. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Rajdeep. Thank you, Dr. Vartika Mathur. And thank you very much, Shivam, for organizing this. And I have with me 5 young officers who've just cracked the civil services exam. So I thought, while I will speak to you for about 5 to 10 minutes, they can share with you and you will be freer to talk to them because they are the ones who've taken the exam very recently. And they are the ones who are more in touch with the current phase of UPSC preparation because you see, UPSC morphs itself every 5 years. So the system of examination that was being followed in 1979 was changed by the time we were taking the exam. That got changed in 1990, then it again got changed. So these young officers, they have a much better idea of how to crack the current UPSC exam. But just to put things in perspective, I think there were 3 or 4 main ways in which the exam has been looked at. You see, before the advent of the photocopier, and the photocopier became ubiquitous around the early 80s. So before the 1980s, everybody had to go to the library and make notes to take this examination. And that meant that, you had to go back to original sources. You had to go to some encyclopedia, you had to go to hard textbooks to make the notes for the UPSC. By the time we took the exam, I was in JNU at that time. And so a lot of photocopying had started. So we were able to make use of the notes of our senior colleagues. And so preparing for the exam became slightly easier but to some extent, it also lost that charm of going and making your own unique note. So I think the examiners in 1980s would have found every examination, every answer to be very different from the other answer, because everybody would have made different notes, and certainly the notes made in the Calcutta library would have been different from the notes made in JNU, would have been different from the notes made in Chandigarh, would have been different from the notes made in Kanpur, because you would have had different sets of materials and people would have looked at things differently. The photocopying changed all that. So that made, also that shows how the numbers of people taking the exam, started increasing, because till the 80s, I think it would not have been possible for somebody in Gorakhpur or for somebody in Nawashahar or for somebody in Mokokchung to take the exam, because those libraries would just not have been available. Because you could not have had the possibility of preparing your notes in, say, philosophy or anthropology or any other subject if you were not in a university system or in a college which was very well established, or you had colleagues or contacts which had just taken the exam. So that changed after 1980s, because photocopying became the norm, and I think people made a lot of money near JNU and in old that whatever it's called, Kamla Nagar. The photocopying machines, they made a lot of money because they would just cyclo-style notes and give those notes. Then around the mid-90s, I think the competition master and the CSR and the Vajiram and Rao and the Rao's IAS study circle, they became really very, very important players. In fact, I think amongst those who have made the most money in the country are those who prepare others to sit for the civil services exam. Because I think Vajiram and Rao's IAS study circle made more money than the collective salary of IAS officers in the country in any given year. Because collectively, the total salary of 6,000 IAS officers would amount to 6,000 into maybe 1.5 lakhs on an average. But given the fact that the number of people who sit for the exam isn't many more, so these people, they make more money than all the IAS officers put together in 1 year. So it's a good business model which they have, but then there are problems with this business model. The problem with this business model is that, one, it does not give what it says it will give, right? So it is I can't use the word racket for it, but it is somewhere between, it's somewhere between a racket and what should you call it? Somewhere in between. So, people crack this exam. 2-3 things are very important. One, you cannot crack this exam unless you work hard. You have to work very, very hard and extremely hard. And there are no second guesses about it. There are so many people competing for the exam. Now, the point is that, is the material that you need for the exam exclusively available in these institutes, or is it available in general and it has only been hyped up beyond a point? Sometimes what happens is, and that's a general statement I wish to make, sometimes the hype is so much that we even tend to forget what is good for us and what is not good for us. One of the most stressed things which I've seen is, that when you find laborers and workers, taking home, tonic, cough syrup or this or that, or buying things. That sort of energy is available through eggs, it's available through bananas, it's available through milk. These sources are there, but the market has hyped up some of these these special Chyawanprash or this or Dabur honey or whatever. They made it, hyped it up so much, which is not, it is not in sync with what is being said. So that's the problem here. The problem here is that, so I'm glad that young people in colleges in Delhi have started understanding and thinking that the only way you study and the only way you prepare is through a process of collaboration. And while this examination is certainly an examination in which you compete with each other, but the basis of this competition has to be collaboration and working together. Because, as has been said, and I like that one statement which is made, that it is better to read the same book 10 times rather than read 10 books superficially. So I like that statement, I like that comment. And I'm glad that we are learning to work together, because the more democratic this exam becomes, the more people who take this exam, because one thing is for sure, that look, everybody will not be able to succeed in this exam. But the preparation for this exam is itself a charm, it's an end, it's a beauty, and it's a pleasurable thing in itself. So let's make this experience pleasurable. let's make this experience stress-free. Let's also tell everyone that whoever has cracked this exam, there is an element of hard work, there's an element of luck, there's an element of blessing, and there's an element of chance. So all these things together, going to make a civil servant get him to clear the civil service exam. And as I've been telling them, and I've been telling every batch, that no one who says that he has cracked the exam without being tense is speaking off his hat. That is why 4 days before the exam, I had written down in my diary that at any point of time, if I become arrogant, that I was always very confident, let me record how nervous I feel today. That was on 2nd of June, 1985. The exam result came out on the 5th of June. So immediately after the exam, you all get very confident, oh, hona hi tha, ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya. But let me tell you that everybody, I have not yet seen a person who has said that he was, because this exam is different. It's not like writing the BSc exam, or it's not like writing the BA Honours exam in English or writing the LLB exam, where if you've done well, you will crack. Here, the competition it's not a question of passing an exam. It's a question of, so all these things. Let me stop here and let me request all those who have just cleared the exam to speak for 1 or 2 minutes. And they can inspire and they can give their experiences. And they can also, to my mind, let everybody know that you do not have to be critically dependent on any external coaching agency. You need material. That material is easily available. That material can be shared. And you must have this tradition of colleges and universities and groups of friends, which now become families, preparing together for this exam. And not only that, being of support to each other if somebody does not crack it. Because that is also very important. Because let us also remember that more people will not clear the exam than will clear the exam, right? So you also need a support system. You also need a system where you understand that it is not necessary that, you cannot crack this exam unless you have worked hard. But let us also understand that even if we work very hard, we may not crack this exam. So it is a little degree of balance and we need to support each other in this process. But certainly writing this exam also gives you such an idea about India, which normally you would not be able to get. It's like a journey. It's like a lovely travelogue. It's a journey with oneself. It's a dialogue with oneself. So I'm very glad that you've taken this initiative. Congratulations, Shivam. Congratulations, Dr. Vartika Mathur. Congratulations, Pradeep and Rajdeep. Is it Rajdeep? Right, Rajdeep. And so thank you very much. And may I, with your permission, request all my young colleagues.
Quote for you. So basically, I have a quote for you. मतलब जो मैंने खाली आपके लिए ढूंढा था कि experience is not what happened to you. Experience is not what happened to you. It is what you do with what happened to you. It is said by Aldous Huxley. And ये आप पे बहुत ज्यादा सूट बैठता है क्योंकि आपने बेसिकली एक्सपीरियंस के बेसिस पे इतना ज्यादा हम लोगों को गाइड कर सकते हैं. इस वजह से मैं इतने ज्यादा एक्साइटेड था आपको सुनने के लिए. आपको सुनने के बाद इतना अच्छा लग रहा है कि ये मेरे को पहले से पता था कि ऐसा होने वाला है, इसलिए मैंने कोट आपने स्पेशली ढूंढ के रखा.
थोड़ा ज्यादा हो रहा है. अभी तुम यहाँ ट्रेनिंग में नहीं आए हो. और वैसे भी तुम्हें बता दूं कि डायरेक्टर्स असेसमेंट डायरेक्टर के हाथ में नहीं होती है. डायरेक्टर्स असेसमेंट जो कोर्स कोऑर्डिनेटर बोल देते हैं उसको साइन कर देते हैं. डोंट. But thank you very much. Thank you, Shivam. चलो. Yes, Bishnoi.
So sir has rightly pointed out that this examination is very, very dynamic. And it's so because of the dynamism that is involved in this examination, it becomes very confusing and uncertain in the beginning. So if I tell you about my experience, so I graduated in 2016, but right from the first year of my college, confused and I did not know where to start, and we did not have the right kind of guidance at the level of college. So right after my college, I found myself, very, very, because suddenly the pressure came. So right now, when you are in college and if these initiatives are there, I think this is the best time and the best way to start because the pressure is not there. When you'll graduate and when you'll actually write the exam, you'll stop enjoying the process. And this examination is more about holistic personality development. And, that can happen right now. The collaboration can happen right now because the year that you'll be actually writing the examination, then you'll just have to, you know, mug up things and read newspapers, and then there will be not a space for this. And I think if I would have had this opportunity back then in my time, I guess it would have taken me lesser time to come here and to clear this examination. But nonetheless, I would tell you that make the best use of this time, okay? And this will fetch you, you know, very high returns when you actually write the examination. Secondly, I would want to tell you about this initiative that the 2020 batch of the civil services examination, the civil servants have started, all 428 of us. So they have started a page called cscwiki.com, and there we have clubbed in the strategies of most of the toppers, be it of the subject toppers or you know, GS specific. So the biggest, according to me, one of the biggest problem that we usually face is the direction, you know, what to study, where to study. And if you have that consolidated at one place, I think that will give you a very nice push from the beginning. So that is what we have done. We've all of us have consulted, and we have, you know, given a consolidated book list, and then subject-wise strategies have also been provided. There's some people in our batch who also keep taking regular classes on YouTube and you know, sharing topper strategies. Personally, I have benefited a lot from topper strategies. For the past 2 years, I've also prepared, you know, from a very, very remote place where there was only internet connection and no physical coaching as such. And as sir is saying that, you know, the technique of preparation and the examination is changing, and now is the time of internet. And we are very lucky that that has really democratized the process of preparation, and we should harness it to the maximum extent possible, you know. So I think I benefited a lot from it, you know, from what the toppers were saying and how they were doing. So I strongly believe that we do not need to depend on the traditional physical coaching at all. We can go our own way of understanding this examination, going through the past years, you know, question papers and the consolidated book list, and ultimately hard work is what will sail you through.
Good, very good. Chalo.
I think Pari has almost covered most of the points. One point that the sir was saying, I would also like to emphasize about collaboration. I mean, it took me 3 attempts to clear the exams, and I would say I also took the coaching, and I realized the pros and cons of that thing. I mean, initially when I was new to this thing, then I thought that okay, the coaching thing will sail me through the examination. But after the first attempt, I realized that it is fine. They are helping us to correct some of the concept, but mostly it's about rote learning is also going on there. So when I was fortunate to have a group of 5 to 6 people, we studied together. We analyzed the previous year's paper. I think that is one of the most important element that is missed in this preparation. So whether if you go through prelims or the mains examination or essay paper, if you try to understand what the UPSC is asking for, it is asking for conceptual understanding, a depth in understanding. It's not about like you just have done some newspaper analysis and mucked up the facts and reproduce it. That is not there. So if we have a collaborative study team, then we can analyze the paper, strengthen our conceptual understanding. And when we have basic understanding about all the topics, then I mean, whatever kind of question paper is there, whether topic is simple or difficult, you would be able to write good content on it. And one more thing I would like to say is about in UPSC, it's about knowledge as well as expression. Because most of the time student tends to accumulate knowledge. I mean, read several books and try to have too many things. But, you know, in the answer, we have only 5 to 7 minutes per answer. In that answer, believe me, after we prepare for 1 or 2 years, we have sufficient knowledge. How to express it, how to make it easy for an examiner to understand. These are also the skills that we need to cultivate within ourselves to clear this exam.
नहीं, बहुत ठीक बोला है। चलिए, आप भी बताइए।
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। और अभी जैसा कि परी और आशीष दोनों ने काफी कुछ बता दिया है इस प्रिपरेशन के बारे में, तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा। बस ये एक चीज बताऊंगा कि 3 चीजें इस एग्जाम के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट हैं। पहली चीज जो अगर हम देखें तो सर ने भी बोला कि हार्ड वर्क एंड कंसिस्टेंसी। इट्स नॉट ओनली कि आप हार्ड वर्क किए जा रहे हो और आप 1 दिन पढ़ते हो, हफ्ते में 4 दिन पढ़ते हो और बाकी के 2 दिन आप नहीं पढ़ते हो। तो कंसिस्टेंसी वो चीज है जो कि यूपीएससी में बहुत ज्यादा मैटर करती है। अगर आपको 4 घंटे ही पढ़ाई करनी है तो 4 ही घंटे करो, बट आपको हफ्ते के सारे दिन आपको पढ़ाई करनी होगी। और दूसरी चीज जो होती है वो ये है कि यूपीएससी सिलेबस सारे, मैंने शुरुआत में ये लकली मेरा फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट था और शुरुआत के मैंने 2 महीने कोचिंग भी ली थी, लेकिन फॉर्चुनेटली मैंने कोचिंग सही टाइम पे डिसीजन लेके मैंने कोचिंग छोड़ के सेल्फ स्टडी पे ही फोकस किया। और उसमें जो सबसे अच्छी चीज मैंने की थी कि सबसे पहले मैंने यूपीएससी सिलेबस देखा, चाहे वो प्रीलिम्स हो और खासकर मेंस के जो सिलेबस में एक एक वर्ड जो दिए हुए हैं, यू हैव टू बी रियली, उससे आपको स्टिक करना होगा और अपनी प्रिपरेशन को लोग कहते हैं कि इन यूपीएससी एवरीथिंग अंडर सन यू हैव टू मग अप एंड यू हैव टू नो, बट मुझे लगता है कि ये चीज बहुत ही एक मिथ है कि आपको हर चीज जानना है। आपको अपनी प्रिपरेशन यूपीएससी सिलेबस से ही ले जानी होगी और उसी के अराउंड आपको स्टिक रहना पड़ेगा, चाहे वो न्यूज़पेपर हो चाहे एनीथिंग, यू हैव टू बी अराउंड द यूपीएससी सिलेबस ओनली। अगर दूसरी चीज जो आशीष ने भी बोला कि यू हैव टू एनालाइज प्रीवियस जो पेपर्स हैं उसको भी एनालाइज करना होगा। अगर आप लास्ट ईयर 2019 का पेपर भी देखोगे तो ईच एंड एवरी क्वेश्चन वो यूपीएससी के सिलेबस से ही आया हुआ था और न कि बहुत ज्यादा करंट अफेयर को भी उन्होंने फोकस नहीं किया था, रादर कि उन्होंने सारे क्वेश्चंस यूपीएससी सिलेबस से ही ड्राफ्ट किए थे। तो मैं यही कहूंगा कि यूपीएससी सिलेबस से आपको पूरी तरह से स्टिक करना होगा। और तीसरी चीज है राइट गाइडेंस। तो राइट गाइडेंस वो कहीं से भी मिल सकती है, आपका एक प्रेरणा स्रोत होना चाहिए, चाहे वो आपका दोस्त हो, चाहे प्रीवियस ईयर के कोई टॉपर्स हो जो जिन्होंने ये एग्जाम क्रैक किया हो, इवन आपके पेरेंट्स भी आपके वो राइट गाइडेंस दे सकते हैं। ये भी एक मिथ है कि कोचिंग जब तक आप नहीं करोगे तो ही आपका सिलेक्शन होगा। और जैसा कि परी ने भी बताया कि पेपर काफी डायनेमिक है, पेपर सिलेबस और क्वेश्चंस हमेशा चेंज, नॉट सिलेबस, क्वेश्चंस के पैटर्न हमेशा चेंज होते रह रहे हैं, तो उस समय कोचिंग्स भी इररिलेवेंट होते जा रहे हैं इस समय में। तो इस समय हमें यही देखना होगा कि क्वेश्चन पेपर को आप एनालाइज करो, यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन को, यूपीएससी सिलेबस को देखो, प्लस राइट डायरेक्शन में आपको इंटरनेट का भी पूरी तरीके से यूज करना है कि आप कितने मिनिमम इनपुट में मैक्सिमम आप गेन कर सकते हो इंटरनेट के थ्रू, ताकि आपका समय बच सके कोचिंग में जाने के लिए। तो ये 3 चीज मैं कहूंगा कि ये बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। और आगे जहां तक बात है कि हमारी भी टीम यहाँ से कोलैबोरेट करना चाहेगी आप लोगों से, और हम लोग भी जितना हो सकता है यूपीएससी से रिलेटेड चीजों को, चाहे वो नोट्स हो, चाहे हमारी तरफ से मोटिवेशनल चीजें हो, या कोई भी किसी चीज पे स्पेशल लेक्चर जिस पे आपको लगता हो कि हम लोग आपको मदद कर सकते हैं, हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे कि हम यहाँ से समय निकाल के आप मदद करें बच्चों की।
Thank you. Very good. Andy.
Good evening, everyone. As they have rightly put many of the points which are crucial for the UPSC preparation, I would like to add just 2 points. One is the fact that you need to do repetitive revisions, because that's the point where many of us lag sometimes. We think that if we take new information, that would be much more value addition to our previous knowledge bank. But if you don't do the repetitive revisions, then effectively when the time is short in the exam, you won't be able to reproduce the same. So one point that you need to keep in mind is to have repetitive revisions, even if it is for a fact, for a statement, or a particular quote. And the second aspect I would like to stress upon is that never self-doubt yourself. Be confident, do some regular exercises, yoga, so that you can relieve some stress and you could do the best that you could do in your exam and don't have any regrets about it. So with that, I'll conclude and wish you all the best for your initiatives.
Very good.
मैंने ये एग्जाम 6th अटेम्प्ट में क्लियर किया है, तो मैंने इसमें 6 बार अपना प्रीलिम्स भी क्लियर किया और मेंस दिया। तो मेरे को काफी वाइड मैंने देखा कि चेंज होते हुए यूपीएससी का ट्रेंड्स, और साथ में अपने ही भी डिफरेंट तरीके से अपने को तैयार किया, जैसे कभी शुरू में कोचिंग से और उसके बाद में सेल्फ स्टडी से। तो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस ये रहा कि अगर आपको आप जैसे टॉपर्स की इंटरव्यूज हैं या कोई सही गाइड मिल जाए आपको, जो पर्सनली आपको मेंटर करे, तो उससे ज्यादा फायदा होता है एज कम्पेयर टू कोचिंग। और साथ में मैंने ये देखा है कि जैसे आंसर राइटिंग के ऊपर हमें ज्यादा फोकस रखना चाहिए इसमें ओवरऑल, एंड कंसिस्टेंटली, जैसे इसने अभी कहा कि हमें जो कुछ एरियाज है उनको रिपीटेटिवली भी करना पड़ेगा। और जैसे 5 से 7 मिनट है, आशीष ने अभी बताया था, जैसे कि एक क्वेश्चन को पूरा करने के लिए, तो उसमें हमें अपने आप को इस तरह से पूरी तरह से तैयार करना है कि हम उसको अच्छे से इंट्रोडक्शन देके क्वेश्चन का उसको अच्छे से एंड करके जो रेलिवेंट चीजें हैं उसमें ऐड कर सकें। और साथ में ये पूरा प्रोसेस ऐसा है कि हमें काफी पेशेंस रखनी पड़ती है और अपने आप को अपने मेंटल कंट्रोल रखना पड़ता है, पेपर में भी और पेपर की से पहले भी। तो इसलिए हमें योगा आदि या स्पिरिचुअलिटी इन सब चीजों की मदद लेने में कोई संकोच नहीं करना चाहिए। तो मेरा तो ये एक्सपीरियंस रहा है।
बहुत बढ़िया। तो देखिए कितने वेरिड एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं यहाँ पे। दिस itself is a very learning experience. Finally, I think all of us are agreed कि it is not how much you know, it is how much you can write in that limited time. आपके पास पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन होने के पूरा संविधान आप पढ़ लीजिए, लेकिन अगर संविधान पे टिप्पणी करनी है, अगर संविधान के किसी एक अनुच्छेद पे टिप्पणी करनी है, तो आपके पास 5 मिनट से ज्यादा नहीं। इसलिए क्योंकि मैं पहले जर्नलिस्ट था, इसलिए मुझे ये एक्सपीरियंस था कि बड़ी बात को, इतने मटेरियल को कैसे कंसाइज करना है या कैसे छोटे मटेरियल को और बड़ा करना। तो मैं जो एक सबसे जो मैं जनरल गाइडेंस देता हूँ यही है कि कोई भी एक सब्जेक्ट लीजिए, जैसे अभी फार्मर्स एजुटेशन चल रहा है या कोई भी अभी ट्रम्प का ले लीजिए, कुछ भी ले लीजिए। द सब्जेक्ट इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, बट व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज यू हैव टू राइट द सेम थिंग in 200 words, in 500 words, and in 1,000 words, and time yourself. Because the most important thing is timing. You are not looking for the perfect answer. We are looking for the right answer in that limited time. क्योंकि अगर दुनिया में हर एक आदमी के पास इनफाइनाइट समय हो तो ये काम नहीं चल सकता। चैलेंज यही है हम सबके सामने कि स्वार मैं गारंटी के साथ कह सकता हूं कि बहुत लोगों को हमसे कहीं ज्यादा सूचना उस समय थी उनके दिमाग में जब उन्होंने एग्जाम दिया। जिन लोगों से मैंने फोटोकॉपिंग ली उनमें से बहुत कम लोग ही सिविल सर्वेंट्स हो पाए। बट क्योंकि जो तजुर्बा है राइटिंग का, यू हैव टू राइट एवरी डे। सो अगर आप, मेरा जो एडिशनल पॉइंट होगा या इन्होंने भी कहा है, अगर आप 4 घंटे पढ़ रहे हो तो कम से कम 2-3 घंटे लिखो। और हर रोज जब तक आप नहीं लिखोगे, आपकी जब तक प्रैक्टिस नहीं होगी, आपको सडनली ये लगे कि आप यूपीएससी वाले दिन ही आप अपनी अंग्रेजी या हिंदी या जो भी भाषा है उसमें आप फटाफट लिख देंगे तो नहीं हो पाएगा। इट इज अ कंटिन्यूअस प्रैक्टिस, इट इज अ स्किल। राइटिंग एंड एग्जामिनेशन इज अ स्किल, इट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम नॉलेज। प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दैट वेरी क्लियरली। The one message that I think all of us would like to give to you, and I think all of us are agreed, more than knowledge, it is the skill to write in brief, in the time limit that has been given to you. और अगर आपको 5 मिनट का 10 नंबर का सवाल है, उस पे आप अगर आधा घंटा लिख रहे हैं तो बेवकूफी है वो, because you are going to be graded not on, you are to be graded on each answer. And if there is a maximum mark of 10 marks on that answer, you can only put efforts of 10 marks in that answer. So that is what we like to share with you. और ये जो बड़ा प्रैक्टिकल सुझाव है जो इनका कि आप हफ्ते में या फोर्टनाइट में एक दिन एक जूम कॉल कर लीजिए जिसमें जो एस्पिरेंट्स हैं वो डायरेक्टली हमारे जो नए जो ऑफिसर ट्रेनीज हैं इनके साथ इन टच में रहेंगे। और जो बिश्नोई ने जो वेबसाइट बताई है, जो भी आपने उसके बारे में भी जानकारी लें। And Shivam, very good that you've taken this initiative. So thank you. It will be an ongoing dialogue. ये तो नहीं है कि एक दिन के डायलॉग में सब चीजें सॉल्व हो जाएंगी, ये एक कंटिन्यूइंग डायलॉग है। और ये डायलॉग मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि मेरे यंगर कोलीग्स ने भी इस पे, इनफैक्ट जिस दिन आपसे बात हुई थी शिवम, उसी दिन इनसे भी बात हो गई थी। तो ये हम चाहते हैं कि ये जो मिथ है जो प्रिपरेशन के बारे में जो मिथिक है, ये हम चीज बड़ा क्लियरली करना चाहते हैं कि जस्ट बिकॉज समबडी हैज मनी he does not give him an extra mile। क्योंकि किसी के पास 2 लाख रुपए है एग्जामिनेशन में खर्च करने के लिए, वो ऐसा उसको कोई बहुत ज्यादा कंपेटिटिव एडवांटेज नहीं है। 2000 रुपए में भी हम ये एग्जाम और बिना पैसे के भी हम ये मटेरियल उपलब्ध कराने की पूरी कोशिश करेंगे, क्योंकि हमारा ये मानना है कि दिस एग्जाम इज द डेमोक्रेटिक एग्जाम, दिस एग्जाम इज स्ट्रेंथनिंग दिस कंट्री। अगर ये देश चल रहा है तो ये देश, ब्यूरोक्रेसी का एक बहुत अहम रोल है इस देश में। और जिस तरीके से सरदार पटेल ने 311 आर्टिकल 311 पहला संविधान है दुनिया में जिसने सिविल सर्वेंट्स को इतना सशक्त किया। और हमारी जिम्मेवारी है, हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, हमारी ड्यूटी है कि हम अपने देश के लिए अच्छे से अच्छा जो भी हम कर सकें हमें करना चाहिए। थैंक यू शिवम फॉर गिविंग अस दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी।
थैंक यू सो मच सर। अगर किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो आप होस्टों को टेक्स्ट कर सकते हो। से अगर कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो हम क्या है वो रिजर्व कर लेंगे। सो इफ एनीवन हैज एनी क्वेश्चन देन दे कैन टेक्स्ट टू एनी host or
Could you
co-host.
give in the chat box or probably email Shivan that website which you're talking about?
मैम मैं भी थोड़ी देर बाद मतलब आफ्टर दिस मीटिंग में एक बार सर से वापस बात करके सबको सारी डिटेल रिटर्न में
आप डील करेंगे। तो डॉक्टर साहब जो हैं डॉक्टर धीरज ना, डॉक्टर धीरज विल बी योर कॉन्टैक्ट पर्सन। ही इज द नोडल ऑफिसर फ्रॉम for the Society for Social Services, so he will be in direct touch with you and he will, both of you will carry the dialogue forward and आपके जितने भी फ्रेंड्स पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहें, दे आर मोस्ट वेलकम। हमारे यहाँ से भी, हमारे इस करंट फेज 1 के, उससे पहले जो FC वाले हैं वो भी, और बहुत सारी मिसकंसेप्शन है लोगों के मन में। मैं भी लक्षद्वीप में था, वहां पे कुछ लड़कियां कहने लगी कि हम डेनिक्स की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, और मैं कहा डेनिक्स की तैयारी क्या होती है? कोई डेनिक्स की भी तैयारी होती है या कोई मतलब कोई इतना ज्यादा मिसकंसेप्शन है बहुत रिमोट एरियाज में, तो वी हैव टू रिमूव ऑल दीज मिसकंसेप्शंस, राइट? एंड वी विल सर्टेनली वर्क विद यू, राइट? ठीक है, अब अपना मोबाइल नंबर बोल दीजिए इनको।
बता दीजिए। Dheeraj, it will be fun to work, especially talk to you, and I'm directly in contact with AIIMS, so I'm an advisor to All India Institute also, so you will also have old memory, मतलब तुम्हारे डॉक्टर वाली मेमोरीज भी I will keep discussing.
तो डॉक्टर साहब आप भी एग्जाम दे दीजिए, ऐसी क्या बात है?
सर अब तो वो डायरेक्ट वो आजकल वो एकेडमिशियन वाला है ना, I'll probably look for that। अब तो
लेटरल एंट्री वो ज्यादा कामयाब नहीं होने वाली है। ये लेटरल एंट्री
I've crossed the stage where I'm already 16 years of service. I'm now at professor grade, so वो तो खत्म हो गया सर मेरा अपॉर्चुनिटी।
चलिए कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। तो लेटरल एंट्री के लिए अगर आप आएंगे तो ठीक है, लेट अस सी। चलिए, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू सो मच। ओके, राइट, बाय।
I wanted to ask a question.